On my count. Stand by. Wait. And begin. Hey, welcome back to Alpha Strike 350 Rumble on the River 2022 Wolfnet Radio. We are still in Davenport running our lovely 16-person tournament. We are starting round 3 Rampage Bunkers, and we're going straight to the action now with Sean, Goolsby, and Topa. What was your question, Chris? Sean starting off with terrain. We are going to be seeing a Pariah Alpha Cygnus 3 SRM Carrier Standard, a Balak Strike VTOL Hybrid, Cavalry Attack Helicopter Infiltrator, Chichilean, which is an awesome word, Support Armor Standard, and Cobalt Battle Armor 2C. Topa is going to be running a Jackalope.
It's something that I need to double check. For this, we're going to go because I have to.
And that Jackalope is a Bravo Delta and Nix 100 Sentinel 3LB Black Knight 4D and Marauder 2R. We're well on our way to our next round with setting out 3 bunkers, 3 on each side of the opponents, 2 in the center and 2 on their home edges, out 8 inches. So the objectives of this round are to infiltrate the bunkers with BA usually from transports and wait another turn and explode those bunkers from within. And if they're not able to have BA get into those bunkers, usually they're going to have to shoot through that pied open doorway with direct fire.
Okay, so this makes note. We're going to talk about gun trailer. Steve brought up artillery gun trailer.
Yeah, we've seen that first round. Gun trailers, charging with VTOLs, all kinds of stuff. Because they're starting to do it. Yeah. A lot of those things that we've been talking about in the past, they're starting to have fun stuff.
The system down.
All right. Placing.
All right. Mainly to have the spot,
Right.
and then the spotter can't really do anything.
Yeah.
What happens the first?
Sean takes the initiative.
Placing. Placing.
Placing. Initiative for placing.
For the artillery piece, but
I got it.
Yep.
So he shoots a spot.
It looks like the larger terrain features are going to be favored on Sean's edge.
We'll ask Goolsby here in a minute. Goolsby will know. Artillery, off-board artillery.
Not allowed.
It's happening right now.
You have off-board artillery? Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Better talk to Andrew.
Andrew.
I have always been told off-board is.
There you go. All right. We're good. So how does this work? So you're going to use it already right away?
It is allowed?
More updates we need to clarify. One, two 10-pointers.
Value 7.
Wow. That changes some stuff.
Well, you roll your 2 in and land 2 damage to everything.
And if you're just joining us, we are brought to you by our sponsor, Aries Games and Miniatures, for round 3. Proudly supporting today's game. You can reach them at www.ariesgamesandminiatures.com.
So you're going to drop that here and cover all three. Right here. So the basic number is 7.
Elevation of 1.
We got 1 fired, which is over there. 6.
Hey, welcome back, Ian Snyder and Todd. Ooh, thanks for the update.
So you did the 6. Okay. There you got it. All right.
And adjusted. Thank you, Todd.
Points to everything.
Good catch.
2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. Okay. All right. Fantastic.
So I still technically still
Is that one time? Is that it? Or is that?
That's it for the game. I can't use it again.
Gotcha. All right. Don't worry that. Fantastic. I like it. All right. 2 points to that guy. 2 points to that guy. 6. And 2 points.
These guys are both Beatles.
All right. So roll.
Beetle and
For a motive check.
they're both starting at 1.
No effect. Cuckoo Lane will mount it. Nothing happened other than he took damage.
Did you finally get some?
He didn't. Damage is airstrip. Cool. All right. Solid. Sure. That's it. All right, cool. All right, go ahead and shoot the rest of your stuff.
I won this right? Yep. So I'm just placing 1. And you're placing 1.
Wolverine's gonna take a whack at your friend.
No, because you just placed the sheet. Okay, so I gotta go last. So I'm gonna place the 1.
Medium range. Sorry.
Because I won this, that means I placed the last model. Right, so I've got 1 more to place. Right, so I've got 2, so I'm just gonna place 1.
Okay, skill 3, medium range, that's +2, I got 5.
He does 3 points of damage, 2 potentially 2 points of
7 for partial cover. 8, 9 for his movement.
He does this right here, these are gonna be the dice that
You're shooting how many you should eat?
Alright. Just take 2. Suck on that.
I just don't know.
Oh, baby.
2 points of damage and 2 points of damage. 2 damage and then 2 heat.
Yeah, no, that was oh yeah.
You don't have to have the heat, keep it back down. If you don't shoot, and if you
Are green is blue is jump. Blue is jump. Okay. They're tough now.
Yes, I'll cover. Wood, so I don't think.
That looks like long range.
Yeah, probably lower.
It does not.
Partial cover, 8. 9 to 10 for his movement.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
He's going to take a whack at him.
Alright, that's medium range. Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna have battle room
Okay,
fight.
that's my commando.
It's been so fun.
damage to
Watching the infantry
Skill
out
3,
on the field now,
medium range
once they're
is
deployed,
5,
they're deployed. 7 from under.
7. Yes.
One hit.
One more.
One more.
That's a miss.
Checking base,
Yeah, order. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
can move 26 inches.
Okay.
This guy's got 1 inch still.
That's all your 5? Okay.
Hiding behind that.
Crab's not shooting. He's not shooting.
Disembark.
Sentinel and Commando.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 remaining.
Medium range.
I got 3. You got
5,
3.
6, 7, 8, 9. So you're moving.
Oh, I didn't start the timer. When did our timer start?
Appropriately.
I like to run a timer for myself.
I have your time at 1, 10, 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds. So hour, 10 minutes.
Thanks.
Steel 3.
Was that next?
Medium
That's the next, right? Yep. It's got Steel 4, 3, 2, every 2 parts. Alright, so
I'll get back over here.
range. 2 hits. 3 hits.
3 hits on the command.
3 hits on the
I mean, that's fine. What's his move?
So these are next.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah. You're not armor. They're not
Does your fucking jump strong?
How fast does the
Medium range. Steel 4. 5, 6, medium range. 7.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Movement.
pretty sure you was real quick.
My mind's blown by the off-board artillery.
Yeah, we started practicing that a while back and testing, and I think we've been doing that for like almost like 2 months.
Oh, so this is new.
It is newer. The last time we tried it was for sure testing at the shop.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
hear that was that.
Right, because that should have been a part of the updates, but
All right, what do you got left? You got
apparently
one.
didn't happen. Topa moving steadily his Sentinel and Black Knight up the right flank.
Staying at 1.
Sean moving up his Septicema Sigma. Septicema Cygnus and his Cobalts on the right flank.
I got 1 more move.
It's like Topa's going to be using a pincer maneuver.
This Phoenix is gonna fire. You're gonna be using what?
Pincer maneuver.
Still 3. Still +4.
So you're writing with that? You, from your head, you're writing you see the whole thing. You have to be able to see.
I can't wait to see if that missile carrier is going to do some damage. Those things are massive.
Or all or nothing. Okay.
That was a bad one too. I had a good time, but I didn't.
That was my first thing I played for the Euro. I don't know what I'm doing. Knowing that.
I was the same way. I didn't. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing.
Just wanted to stay still. That means I went right back.
Okay.
Those guys are what's
firing at the
the Jackalope is a skill. Both fours are big.
There's a 1 inch around it. Yeah.
We're down to you got.
Why am I so afraid of 12 to hit right now?
It's not the best. Yeah, 12's the hit or not the best.
You roll a 12 to hit me, and I'm afraid of it.
So I'm gonna run 2 sets and roll 4
So because it blows.
The wall and the bunkers can give you Cygnus. It's more or less to come out.
That's my intention.
Okay.
1 inch.
I should have the eye. Okay, cool. Yes, because you can still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like this part of it is,
Alright, we're ready to roll, right? Yep. Okay, oh, I did not put a dice on that guy. That guy has 4 as well. Even though nobody was right, whatever. There it is.
It's both. Because it's
Okay, I gotta see what it is.
it's for like
Like literally in the middle of the donut.
Nice will not die.
Yeah. So it'll be.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, I'll start with these shots here. So there's about 1 target.
I got a 0 star.
Yeah.
That's this shot here.
Range.
4 at that range. Got a skill 4.
No TMM.
No.
I think there's a drone. Wow.
Put this here so people can. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And some people do appreciate a good dice box.
1. There's a natural crit. This is a good way to start.
Oh!
Two hits.
Maybe it was good luck to do that. How about that? Let's see if that luck will go both ways.
Another nice one.
It's good to see both players benefit from a little RNG.
It's a good start. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Might as well take something off if I can. No better. 6 shots.
And then from there to there.
3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1.
So you got it, right?
Miss.
Remember to check.
Another roll for crit.
Oh my. Really getting some strong hits in.
3 is an engine hit.
Yes, Todd, those damage dials are very cool. We just started seeing those last night and are very intrigued by them and where he's gotten them from.
Yes. 4. Attack.
That Cygnus 3 has been in Sean's lists for a very long time. I think the first Garage Con he had that list with a bunch of Hell's Horses.
Just 1. I'm gonna go that way. Medium range. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's the hit.
Throwing 4 damage at the Marauder from the Cygnus.
1, 2, there's 3,
3 impacts. I'd be concerned about those fast movers on the left flank from Topa.
So we got a skill 3 here. 2 at medium range to your Marauder again.
Where the metal meets the meat.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 8, 1.
I find it very interesting that Sean has put his Cygnus right into the doorway of that right bunker on his side to maintain that open aperture so that nothing else can get in there. It's a pretty smart defensive move.
Fire back at the L carrier. The Marauders are going to fire right back at the Cygnus.
Now, so this being honest, like, you don't have to put them all again. You can make those choices. Okay, I just like to take it all.
The old habits die hard.
I'm down with it. I'm down with it.
Plus, it gives me an update on what's going to happen because I can't know what everybody's thinking.
Jackalope are gonna fire the Cygnus also.
Okay.
Cygnus might take some damage.
Jackalope, right?
Probably not. So we'll start over here with Sentinel skill of 3. You said medium range.
Players being very nice to each other by showing rolled die rolls inside the dice boxes. Sometimes you don't see that. Sometimes you see players pick up those dice faster than what they laid them down. So it's a very good trust maneuver to put those out there. And the dice don't go flying everywhere. They don't knock pieces down. They don't knock down terrain. They don't disturb anything. They usually just land in there, bounce around like a craps table, and just do their job.
Skill of 3.
Smart move. Very beneficial.
Sounds to me.
Two on a Cygnus.
The trouble with these tape measures is not long enough.
So skill of 4, medium range 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Jackalope?
The Cygnus.
10, right?
Oh, yep. Yep. So 1.
One damage from the Jackalope to the Cygnus.
Skill of 4. Medium range 6, 7, 8.
That one goes through. What's 2?
9.
Right? Yep.
I know. We'll see if we can make this happen. Alright, so the APC has a 0 star.
Jackalope does 3 medium range.
Short range.
Miss.
10.
Whiff.
Black Knight's got that.
No, blocking there. Blocking there. I could probably try to tell it doesn't block that terrain.
Skill 4.
Flips the thing so it blocks.
Medium range.
Block.
I believe we go by true line of sight, so that one goes. Yeah, that one's getting true line of sight, so we can see it.
As long as the elevation corresponds, yeah.
Yeah, so this guy is only 1 inch high.
Yep.
So that's basically where he is right there at the top of my temple.
Fair enough.
That does not guarantee a hit.
It does not. Black Knight, you're absolutely right.
That's interesting. If you miss it, or probably skew yourself into a good three. You missed it.
Yeah, long range.
But you can do, yeah, no, definitely, I know.
Oh, you can. Because of your shield, it should be a 13.
Oh,
We're good? Alright.
because of the shield, the shot was impossible.
Yeah, the only way we count
Why
those
did put one down? Sorry.
That's the first time I've heard of a unit losing the capability of shooting another unit because of a capability for protection. That's interesting. Very interesting. All right, still 0-0. No bunkers have been damaged. Initiative.
10, baby.
Oh, Sean comes out on top by 1.
2 in a row.
You're on a streak.
Shush. Don't say it.
All right, let's see where that Black Knight's going to go. Pulling him back. He's sensing an advancement on his left flank. Especially the way the Pariah and that missile launcher are basically bunching up to those level 2s, getting ready to either advance out or maintain that partial cover.
This guy.
Yep, pie in the opening. Great use of an avenue. Topa has all the gadgets. Yes, he does. That's good, though.
Skill 3. Short range, 4, 5. 5.
Oh,
Now,
I gotta let that one slide.
yes, okay.
No, you're right.
I don't want to change the mood of the players too much.
Yeah, it would.
That works.
Alright, so skill 3.
Can dig it.
Shares 5. 3 damage for 5.
But we could ask that afterwards during an interview about his Wolverine dice box.
Return fire.
I think I have at least 2 dice trays. A Catalyst Agent version and a Ghost Bear version. And they work really well. You can pack them away. They're versatile. They're flexible for the most part, you know, where they're able to shift. And they usually don't take up too much room. I would say when you have a lot of stuff on the table, they're essential for not knocking stuff over.
Now, if I just pivot and release, is that still considered holding still? Or is that still considered movement?
I would consider that movement without TMM, because you have to move at least 1 inch to get your TMM.
Bonus for holding still. I wouldn't get my bonus for holding still if I just pivot.
Actually, no.
I don't believe so. I would ask the judge.
So that's it's 6. 3 up.
If I do not move, but just pivot my arc, do I still get my holding still bonus?
Yes, you need to move greater than 8.
You lose your holding still bonus. Okay.
Wow.
You were correct. I was looking
First time I've heard that. Very nice.
at that last one. Okay, that one's a hit.
Alright.
Yeah, it's moving less than an inch. Strike. Alright, there's that.
Oh, I just got an error on the computer. Hopefully our streaming is not affected, but it may be. So let me know if any of the streaming of the video or the audio cuts out.
Yeah, no, like there, because you're on the edge, like, I assume
But it looks like it's still streaming correctly.
This is my back, so my arc.
Skill 3.
I'm walking up there so that I can find the side over there. So that I can see the far bump in it.
See how our Wi-Fi is looking.
At least more or less. I'm not done yet.
Well, we're still at 86 over 104. A little bit lower, but yeah, our transmission is a little bit lower, but not bad, not terrible.
The locust is going to open fire on the vehicle there.
Alright.
Now, is that tractor?
Cover.
I don't think I've seen a tractor yet.
I'm sorry.
Go well.
Short range.
There, we're back in the green. Yeah, it looks like we're getting a little bit jutty.
Awesome. Fantastic. Changed it. And the battle armor is 5. Skill 3. 4 because we're taking 5.
Oofda.
Not even that. I don't even get that. Yeah, that's about it.
I did not really think that many of them.
Yeah, I get that.
This one had.
Ah, back up to excellent condition.
Got 1, 2, 3,
Excuse me.
5. Oh, I should be recording.
Okay, looks like the error has passed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, good. People on the chat are still receiving the stream very well, so good. Hopefully it's just trouble on my end.
That guy's taking cover. So to know that,
Fishing on my end of the table so much, I don't see what's going on.
Yeah, their link speed, receiving and transmitting bumped up again. Good.
so I'm not putting this next one.
Hopefully it stays there. All right, getting back to the game. Oh, it looks like we have some. Looks like we got some BA in the pocket of the center for Sean.
I only got one more to move, so next. Oh no, I got two. You got two left, and I'll just oh yeah, I think you got your last two and my last two.
We got one in the pocket. Woohoo! Got one in the pocket. Four, and he's got stealth. So at the end of this turn, if that BA survives after firing, that BA should go into that bunker and prepare to destroy it within the next turn and come out. So hopefully that will succeed. If not, then that's just the way it is. Topa getting a read on his distance he can cover.
I have never destroyed a bunker with an infantry.
Yep, exactly. Get in there and get that BA before it gets in there. Yep, moved his Nix into that center line from the left flank, getting an eyeball on that BA in the center bunker. He's got to eliminate that before it gets inside. And that is really good reacting to your opponent's positioning, and you have to stay on top of that at all times.
I'm sorry.
Sean pulling his Cygnus up on the right flank, up on the tree line, getting a beat on the Jackalope and possibly the Marauder.
You saw where I was going with it. We're good.
Oh, and his BA moved way further down the road on the right flank to the next terrain feature of trees.
I wanted to switch feature. Nick's gonna fire a tree.
Movement done. We'll fire. We'll start with the fire phase. Hopefully, we'll see that BA survive or get whacked. Well, who knows what's going to happen?
It is not.
That is a decision.
I gotta take a shot. If I don't, you're gonna kill me.
You got it.
Okay, so we'll start with the next.
This is one of those anxious times where you're going to see what happens. Is it going to survive? Is it going to get taken out?
Short range was your movement 6.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 should be. You jumped.
Oh yeah, 8. Sorry, my bad.
If those BAs survive, they'll definitely get inside and get Sean at least 1 point for objectives if he can survive.
Transport will be dead at the end. It's still there for time.
1 against the Cygnus.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, Todd, I noticed it jump a little bit too, and I got the early warning from the system that I was kind of fading.
Miles of armor on that bad boy.
So it's good that it came back strong. Hopefully we won't have any more interrupted streaming. There's looks like there's a lot of T-ball tournaments for kids in town this weekend because we're seeing a lot of A lot of kids running around. And we tried giving out some stickers, but I don't know if they're going to let us have them. But we did have a lot of kids kind of poke into the room and actually take, like, what are you guys doing? Like, well, we're kind of like having a big miniature gaming system and tournament. So it was interesting to have people stop by and ask, and it's always a great opportunity to
Okay, so you're gonna have your skill
have the community get some exposure and know that, hey, these things take place, and if they feel the hobby bug coming on, they can join in, make contact, and gain more players.
Might be the first time
Here to here. So 4, shield 5, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 4, 1 and 1. So you go 1 and 1. I will do is I will get 1 and 3 dice.
all three to 12. Is this a 1 or a 12?
Oh, there's some 6s. Close, very close.
There's nothing to worry about. Right. Okay, so you're gonna shoot. So this guy cannot not get into here, so we're gonna be good with that. Okay, so he's gonna take his shots here. I think 6, 7, 8, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That. Shots from that guy.
Well, it looks like with Topa shooting, it looks like those BA might survive.
Nope, I've done the same thing.
So 1 damage.
So. Oh, he's at elevation too. I'm ready for a long time.
2 D20s.
I got 6 right here.
Oh, no, it's all good.
Yeah, Sean was asking how to annotate the damage on the bunkers. Just put a die on them so you can see how much damage adds up until they pop.
So these are 8.
Alright, so Sentinel's gonna shoot the Wolfnet.
The only one.
No.
That's the first time I did it.
I should have picked the other dice.
Yeah, something. Gotta start somewhere. This guy can't see him. 4.
No, he's gonna shoot for
Gonna get covered. 4. Hold still. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. One. There's 2. There's 3. Wow, 3 out of 4. 10 out of 10. That was a nice roll. That's the 4th off of 9. He's dead. That was the hottest roll I've ever rolled.
Shadowhawk.
Nine, 10.
Okay. Okay, so the only thing I got left is this guy here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Well,
9.
that Nix just went down. Those beer for sure to go inside.
9. Oh no, I got this shot too.
That'll guarantee one objective point for Sean at probably the end of this. The end of this next turn.
A 0 star.
They are still 2.
6, 7, 8, 9.
3, 2.
That's all I got.
12, 13. Is that on a 10? I think that's the last of my shots. So, around this guy goes in the bunker. On top. Not that.
He does the Houdini. But he's going to come out next turn.
Yep, end of next turn, right?
Yes.
He comes out, pop over there.
Yep, so you're basically guaranteed that objective point.
Yep. In a row. I got a 7.
Sean taking initiative again.
3 times.
You gotta use the thumb.
How many hits? 3 times.
9 is none and 6 is what?
Best you have by hand.
Robert's hit you with that one. Is that
It's the
okay?
tail end.
Never have I ever won initiative 3 times in a row. Always is. That's it.
Short.
Still 3. 4 for the woods. 5 for your movement. Alright.
38 minutes left in the round. 38, 3-8.
This guy's gonna hold still. Now he's gonna move less than 6. Wait, how many you guys got left? 3. I got 1 and 2. 4, 5, 6. So I need to move 2.
Short range.
No, I lost initiative, so we can move 1. I'll move 2 now.
4.
Was that? You won. I won initiative. So this turn, he'll move 1. He's only got 3 more to move or 2 more to move? I got 2 more to move. Okay, I'll move 2.
Well, with Sean guaranteed that objective point with the BA, and the Balak doing small amounts of damage on a second bunker, Topa really needs to step up his damage profile for his selected bunkers in order to keep up, because otherwise he's going to get too far behind to catch up. And he's pretty much in a defensive position now. What's up?
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
I hear you. What's up, Coach?
Okay, you move 12.
Oh, not much. Just realizing that I sent you all of my headphones and recording equipment. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
I had to go out and buy some new headphones.
Well, it's probably about time anyway. Some of this stuff is starting to get tweaky anyways.
Yeah.
I'm taking that away because it doesn't
Looks like we got quite a game going on here.
We've got Topa on the defensive, trying to get Goolsby out of his two bunkers. One Cobalt, one BA is already inside the center one, and the Balak is starting to put little chips on that second bunker. So something's got to change.
Never underestimate a Balak. Those things are awesome. Those are very, very good. I actually printed off the units according to what's on the screen. These are some interesting units.
You bet they are. I'm just waiting for that Pariah Septicema to come around to level 2, but it seems to be sitting there kind of waiting. And the SRM carrier, they seem more like in a defensive manner while the BA do work.
Matt, you might need to boost my sound just a little bit.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, so I printed out Topa's list, and it didn't come to 200, so I'm assuming he's got a couple of skill 3s in there.
Let's take a look.
I am guessing he's got a Black Knight at a skill 3 and a Marauder 2R at a skill 3.
Nice. Yeah, as you can see on those printouts, his Marauder 2R and the Sentinel are sitting at a skill 3.
Okay, so he's got the Sentinel at skill 3. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, looks like very interesting. I did notice that Sean's got that SRM carrier, which is just a beast. 660 for damage.
Yeah, it's
going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's basically a door closer. If anything comes up, that just goes to work.
Yeah, and it's a great defensive piece. You can kind of just park it right where he has it in between his two bunkers in the back. Now, it is limiting him from using that firepower on an offensive side, but if you're looking at basically keeping anyone away from your two bunkers, that's the way to go.
That's right. That missile carrier can watch that right flank bunker on his own edge, and the Septicema could move over to the left one to cover that, but that Cygnus, it's just pinning down mechs on the right flank. I'm wondering when that Black Knight and that Marauder are going to push up, because that Jackalope just receded back a little bit too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like Sean's offensive power right now is basically all in his Cuchulains, his cavalry attack helicopter, it looks like.
And his Balak, yeah.
And his Balak, yeah.
This
is a smart move.
Yeah, he's pushing the least amount of units out there. They got speed to do the hard work, and then everything else is just kind of playing goalie and waiting for that shift when or if those heavy mechs might come forward.
Yeah, I might need to boost my audio here.
Yeah, I put you up to 200%.
Can you do it on the OBS?
You betcha.
Move my bar a little bit on the OBS.
You're in the middle of the yellow.
Middle of the yellow? Okay.
Yep.
Well, we'll see if it works. If chat, please let me know if I'm still quiet or not. But it is interesting because I am looking at Topa's list here, and he has no flak.
Yeah, that's going to hurt him with all those VTOLs that Sean has.
Yeah. VTOLs are a thing these days, so...
I'm going to make a judge call. I'll be right.
What's that? Oh, he just cut out his audio. Hopefully everyone can still hear me. As I was saying, Topa has no black right now, so that's going to be a little tough for him. Taking care of that Balak and that cavalry VTOL. Especially with that VTOL, it moves 26. The cavalry moves 26, has a TMM of 4, and it has stealth. So that thing's going to be a beast.
BB, Bethers was just saying that his truck that he's using, flatbed truck, is basically making deliveries between bunker to bunker.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. And things just keep missing it. So it's like that little mouse that's being chased by cats.
Oh, back to back.
Can't wait to start that first objective point for Sean when he gets that BA and that bunker blown. It should be coming up sometime soon at the end of the turn.
It doesn't look like he's got a lot to throw firepower at it. What mech is that on the bottom, next to the bottom right bunker? Is that
Of Topa's?
Yeah.
That's the Jackalope.
That's the Jackalope. Okay.
He's got a tan Jackalope on his home bunker.
You know, for 37 points, 16J has a 3-3-1, 3 armor, 2 structure. That's pretty solid mech.
Yeah, I mean, built for speed. It's got decent firepower. Maybe a little bit light on the armor, but that's the way it goes with light mechs.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to move that fast without having a lot of armor. So
yeah, sacrifice.
It's definitely a good trade-off.
Oh, there's a natural crit.
Oh boy.
Topa got a natty.
Who's he shooting at?
Who's the target on the natty? Oh, Cygnus takes 2 and a natural crit. Ooh. What was the crit?
Judging by Matt's reaction.
Oh, he's only losing a weapon, taking him piece by piece apart.
You know, weapon hits are probably the best kind of crit you can get, besides not getting a crit. So.
And first in with round 3, we have some results between Chris and Steve. Chris pulls away the win with 4 objectives, 55 points destroyed. And Steve with 1 objective point and 166 destroyed. Somebody focused on objectives. Good job.
So I debuted the Ion Sparrow. I debuted the Ion Sparrow attack where I can get to the bunkers in 2 turns and then get infantry in him on the 3rd turn.
There you go.
And he defended it kind of good. I mean, I got into 1 bunker right away. I got into 2 and he killed the infantry on 1, which surprised me. I mean, he had a Timberwolf, he kept back and playing defense, and that kept him from killing it.
Yeah, you never know what your opponent's going to do.
And then I did wily stuff at the end where I got a Nova Prime and a Gargoyle J. The Nova Prime, does 5 attack with 4 overheat, and the Garg J does 6 attack with 2 overheat. So I fired 6 into the bunker to kill it, and then I fired everything in that Timberwolf
there you go.
to run some of my points up.
Nice, good job.
That was a good scenario. I've been waiting for this
bump
one.
You up on the standings.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Matt, I do have a question as a casual observer. What are those things that Topa has on his cards?
Those are dial sets, so he can monitor armor structure. And we started seeing those last night, and they are fabulous.
Kind of cool.
I'll get you a close-up shot here in a second.
Well, we could probably do it at the end of the game, but. Looks like Sean is doing some damage. Let's say that. It's like we might have an. Oh, look at there. That's kind of neat. There. Oop, oop. A little lower. Or sorry, you're going for the main camera. Well, those are kind of neat. Those like a little homemade deal, or? Yeah, we got it, Matt.
Well, I got 3. You only had 3 left, right?
Did you see those?
4, 5.
I have never seen those.
They are they're made by Etsy, and they have armor on the left, structure on the right, and then they have some other dials in the center. And they are all they're all magnetized, so they stack just like the heat dials from Litco, only bigger.
Yeah, I can see that on the bottom right. That's very cool. Looks like we got cleanup phase. Doesn't look like anything got taken off the board that turn. Oh, the Marauder went down.
How much are they?
That's gonna hurt.
Sure.
That Marauder was dealing 4 damage at medium range. 4 damage is short. Sean must have focused fire on that guy pretty well, because it's got 2, 4, 6. It's got 7 armor, 6 structure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Cygnus did some work on him. Well, that's one objective point we can update for Sean.
How much time is left?
Who's our advertiser for today?
We're sitting at 23 minutes,
Or for
37
round 3.
seconds.
It's like Aries Miniatures and Games is our advertiser for round 3.
23 minutes, 25 seconds. Yep, we've already had a close-up of their spot. And they're always in that nice bottom right corner.
So okay. So Sean took the middle objective. It looks like Topa's going to have to start making some sort of an offensive move here.
6, 7, so I need to.
And it looks like those Battletech Alpha Strike Mecha Dash sets from Etsy are about
Let's see. Looks like he's got the Jackalope and the Black Knight left out of his list.
they're kind of spendy.
But it does not look good for Topa right now.
No, well, hopefully he'll get some.
He's either got to put that Jackalope into the fight, because he is down. I mean, if that armor our battle armor is already in the lower right-hand bunker, I mean, that's pretty much game over for that bunker. He should really try to make a push. There's only 22 minutes left to try to get some points. I don't know if he can do enough damage to
He would almost have to forget about his defensive positions, but Goolsby has that Septicema back there, so it's going to be tough. It's kind of a little too late.
Between the SRM6 and the Septicema, or the Pariah, it's going to be a little tough.
And he's pushing that Jackalope up to try and do something.
It looks like he's going to try to get into position.
Rear shots on the Cygnus.
To maybe, there you go. Yeah. And Topa might just be going for MOV right now. That is the second tiebreaker. So
if he knows he can't get the main, he might as well just pick up some secondary.
Let's see, what is the? Let me try to look up the records for these two guys.
And I will move.
What is my?
This guy will just move an inch towards here and land.
That is pretty handy instead of using all the markers and things. Those those armor structure
And my last guy will just
magnetized indicators. That's pretty handy.
all I got.
Phase, and this one's just.
That's about $32 for a double quantity.
Take them out here.
In that case, I don't need to move there. This guy's got 26 inch move. He can move anywhere. I'm just gonna move him.
Yeah, Sean's got that other set
that
of
I figured out,
BA. I think he's going to end up getting at least 2 objectives, possibly 3.
I'll put that there at 1.
Let's see, that's round 1. Okay, so Topa is. Let's see, Sean is currently
This round, because I took a weapon hit.
Goolsby. So Goolsby's 1 and 1, looks like.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I could probably spend 10 more trying to.
He's finally started hitting a good streak with his initiative this round.
Has he been having some trouble with his initiatives? I know what that's all about.
Oh yeah.
So, just to go over some of the rules, for every 15 points of damage
Alright, might as well.
you do to the bunkers, right? Am I right on that? 15? You get 1 objective point.
Hey,
5, 4, 3, 2, can't miss. 4 points of damage.
Those straight phoenixes, man.
right?
Right, so every 15 points of damage you do to a bunker, you get an objective point. So right now, Goolsby, or Sean, is sitting at 20 points of damage to a bunker. As far as I can tell, he does have battle armor in the lower right, so that will, at the end of this turn, blow up.
Right on.
And that'll add another 20 points of damage. So he will be at 2, roughly 2.5, and it looks like the Balak just did some damage to the upper right-hand bunker.
Yeah, and this just in for some results for round 3. Raymond and Bob. Raymond came in with a big win with 4 objectives, 107 points destroyed. And Bob was sure trying with his 1 objective and 46 points damage.
Oh my, that Septicema has 10 points of damage at short range. Wow. Wow. That Jackalope is going to get a handful of dice. Oh boy.
Well, Jackalope's got a TMM of 3, plus he's in trees, so we'll see how it works. 1 hit,
So we're looking at
2 hits,
4,
3
8.
hits.
We're looking at 8s to hit.
Oh,
10 sets of
took
dice.
4 damage.
How much
Jackalope
damage?
is gone.
The Jackalope's gone? Oh no.
That'll happen. Man, that
That's
thing's...
actually a pretty good goalie mech right there. That
Yeah,
Pariah
it sure
A.
is. What's the movement on that beast?
It's got 10 inches, so it does get the TMM2 also, so it can move if it needs to.
So let's
going on, Chris?
so let's gossip. So did Sean lose last round?
I think he's 1-1.
I think Sean did lose the
Yeah,
last
he
round.
usually plays first place in
You
every.
see what's happening here? He's got at least the center bunker taken. He's got this right side bunker for sure.
So what we are looking at looks like Sean is definitely going for more damage on the upper right-hand bunker just to be able to get his 4. Well, I don't know if he'll get 4 objectives because you got to destroy all 3 bunkers in order to do that. There's 16 minutes left in the round. Ooh, he might be able to. He's going to have to commit that Balak to short-range
I don't see
damage
Sean
and
lose too
his
many games.
sickness.
So when
And possibly one other mech, but that Black Knight is definitely going
Boy,
to
Andrew's
pounce on something.
really getting challenged by his own questions during his own game this round. It's fabulous to see his brain and gears run.
So I would say the strategy right now for Topa is to definitely try to get as much MOV as he can. The Jackalope went down. It still gets to fire, so it's going to have a medium range rear shot at the Cygnus. The Cygnus has only got a TMM of 1. There's no trees. So we're looking at a 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's to hit with 3 dice. Looks like that's the shot we're looking at now.
Looks like only one from the Jackalope to the Cygnus.
1 from the Jackalope. Oh, that's just
Yeah, just a
that
detriment.
is just a killer.
Reroll that double set, yep.
All right, looks like the Black Knight's going to go into the Cygnus as well. It doesn't look like the Cygnus has been hurt a lot.
I think the Cygnus
But
has
that Black
about
Knight's
maybe
got
one,
skill 3,
one
so
armor left.
3, 4, 5,
Cygnus has got structure damage.
6. I don't know if the trees play into effect.
Oh, ammo hit?
So 1 extra damage.
Ammo hit on the Cygnus.
And if that extra hit is structure, you roll crit again.
So that's 1 extra damage and another crit roll.
7 for 1 point of
I
damage.
thought it was if you hit another structure, you take another damage.
Oh no, ammo. He's done because he doesn't. Oh, he does have case.
He's
He
got
has
case. He's not completely destroyed yet.
Well done.
But he for sure takes another damage, and
and another crit.
and yeah, because that goes into structure again, so it should be.
Yeah, roll another crit.
Yep.
7 because
3 is engine, right?
Ooh,
3?
engine.
That's an engine.
and the back
He's hurting bad.
This Cygnus has not been destroyed ever.
Good job,
The Cygnus.
Jackalope. Little revenge.
Well, it was actually the Black Knight Revenge.
Was it?
The Benji, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was from the Black Knight.
Outstanding. Working together to strip
So-
him down.
If I'm correct, the Cygnus has a weapon hit, an ammo hit, and an engine hit, correct?
And it looks like he's got maybe 2 structure left.
Whew. Oof.
So
That's-
he's for
that's
sure
a killer.
crippled, so Topa will get half PV for that for sure. So we'll
Yeah,
get some
yeah, that's
MOV.
half PV for me.
Alright. Troopers inside the bunker.
I think the trooper exited. I think that bunker's gone.
It popped. Is that bunker blown?
Are they?
The bunker is blown.
Alright, 2-0. 2-0.
There we go. Okay.
Update our objectives.
So in order to get 3 objectives for Sean, he's going to have to put another 5 damage at least, because I don't know how much damage he has on the upper right.
It
I'm
looks
assuming
like
he's
5
got
damage on the
2.
bunker right now.
5 damage on the bunker now? Okay, so he is at 3 objectives right now. Or,
Yep, divided by 15. Yeah.
20. Right, so he's at 3 objectives right now. Because he's done 45 damage.
We've got 11 minutes, 45 seconds yet.
You guys landed.
So the thing is, I don't think he can put another 15 points of damage into that bunker. Whoever placed that rock position in the terrain phase did an excellent job denying shots from anything pretty much below the half of the map line.
Where's that? Was that? You meant marking helicopter before? Perfect. Marking? Yeah.
So he's definitely going to try to do. So that ballot can do 4 points of damage at short range. So there's an automatic 4. So he'll have to do 11 more points of damage to that bunker. I don't think he has. I don't think that SRM6 is going to get there. The Septicema, like I said, I don't know if he's going to be able to get a shot on it with that rock cropping right there.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that Sean's pulling all the stops out now with pushing over the half line.
Yeah.
He's trying to get that.
Do you know if that's the Kuchulain that battle armor or the Kobold battle armor?
Both of those are on either side of the Black Knight.
So he still has both battle armor left.
That's right.
Oh.
Yep. Topa attempted to kill that battle armor earlier with the jackalope on the center bunker, and it didn't work. So,
yeah. That's going to be tough.
Very tough.
So if he is able to shoot everything, that would be 4 from the pariah. 5, 6 from the Phallic, 7, 8, 9, 10. He needs the cavalry.
You'll hear it all in the stream after.
I'm sure.
Matt.
Yes.
Matt, do you have a better angle? Is that cavalry helicopter facing the door, or is it not facing the door?
It is facing the Black Knight.
It's facing the Black Knight.
Yep, facing away. Yep.
This could be interesting because if that SRM-6 does not have line of sight to the door, he's going to be 1 point shy of being able to destroy that bunker.
You know, with Goolsby's history of being short on some wins and standings by 1 point or 1 objective, it's only going to add to his fury. There goes the other objective.
Oh no, he'll be able to get it. I forgot the Cygnus still can fire.
Yep.
That Cygnus still has, I think, 3 damage, so he should be able to do it.
All right, good job.
There's the game. Was he able to kill the Cygnus or no? Oh, the Black Knight went down.
Cygnus died? Cygnus died.
Black Knight took it down.
Well,
good
after
game.
you guys
Good game, guys.
fill out a slip, after you guys get cleaned up, you can come over and you can walk yourselves through the game again if you want to talk or take a break.
Matt, are you guys going 4 rounds or 3 rounds today? Or 5 rounds?
Andrew's still planning on 5.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
We've got the room till midnight.
Room to midnight. That's great. How's the venue? Is it enough space for everybody?
Yes, it is. It's not cramped. It's just enough. It's just enough comfortable size for all 16 of us. We're not bumping into people. We've got extra room. Yep,
perfect.
A very nice venue, and it's close.
That's great.
It's close by a few restaurants within like 50 yards walking distance.
Oh, well, that's perfect.
And a gas station, so we've got everything we need.
Well, it looked like a really hard fought battle. I think if a couple of different things went differently for Topa, it'd have been a whole different game. So.
And the results as they turned out, Sean expectedly took the win with 4 objective points, 148 points destroyed, and Topa come out with 69 points destroyed, 0 objectives. Good game. Interesting, very interesting.
These are all done? Which you can finish up.
It is.
I think they mismatched.
It is interesting. They're. Oh well, that's his problem. He's got a Clan Wolverine dice box.
That's all round 2.
Topa, you're gonna have to answer to a few people about your Wolverine dice tray because they think that's why you lost. I'm just kidding. Well, come back and talk to them because they got fun questions. All right, let's transition into our
Okay,
I don't think I scored enough.
Our good old probably supporting today's games of Wolfnet Radio and 350 with Aries Games and Miniatures at www.ariesgamesandminiatures.com.
So what questions they have?
Throw up the advertiser page. There you go. Ooh,
And-
that's so pretty.
And I am going to turn it around with the camera for Topa, and when Goolsby comes back, to talk with you. So here's some headphones.
Okay.
Get your questions ready, chat.
You'll be just fine sitting right there. I'm going to turn the camera around.
Three of you,
Talk
they
for
got
a
it all.
while.
Okay.
Grab the building. He's killed 3 for the fire patrol, 5.
Hey guys.
What do we got?
So you guys got some questions?
What's up, Topa?
Not much. How about you?
Coach.
Hey,
Not
Coach.
too bad.
How was the wedding?
It was fun. I am learning that I'm getting a lot older, so I don't stay at weddings for very long. I got my 3 dances in with my wife, had a couple of drinks on the bride and groom, and then went to the hotel. So it was pretty uneventful for me, but it was a good friend of mine, so I had to go.
Oh, awesome. Good.
Super bummed I'm not there with you guys. It looks like a great event.
Yeah. We got a lot of people. Andrew's rolling some dice. You got probably 3 brand new players for the 350. So my cousin.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I pulled my cousin and a friend of ours from Michigan come down with us. So yeah, they're having fun.
That's great.
Yep.
3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes.
First question I've got: where during the game do you think the tide of the battle flipped?
When the probably right when he destroyed the first bunker, I think that's where the tide turned, because everything was pretty stable until then, but when he destroyed the first bunker in the center, it was all coming in, so I had to pull back, and there was not much more I could do since I didn't have very many units. So that's where I think.
3 minutes left.
I printed out your unit list. It's very, very interesting. I'm liking where you're going here. One thing I did notice, you don't have any flak in your unit. That probably hurt you the most this
It did.
this turn.
Well, my list was generated within 30 minutes this morning, so because we weren't going to run the trial of possession scenario because Uncle Mark wasn't coming with his son, we decided to do the 350, and I just decided to use the units I brought with me for the scenario from last night and for the BattleTech scenario we were going to do. So I didn't have.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't have any vehicles or infantry to use, and I didn't really go through the cards very much on while I was generating the army this morning. So because like I said, I generated in a half hour. Within a half hour, but was like within an hour before the game was supposed to start. So,
Well, like I said, at least, and that's one thing I do like about this format is, like you said, you can just make a list in a half an hour and still be like, hey, I'm going to go play and have fun. So,
yep. Some people were kind of surprised about the Knicks that I took because the Knicks had a 20-inch movement, and somebody mentioned at the first round that I played, it's like, wow, that's a dasher. It's a little bit better than a dasher because it's got 20 move and does 3 damage at short. So it has like 2 or 3 armor and 1 structure. So.
Oh, you got the 100. Okay, I printed out the 110, so that's where my list calculation is wrong here. But yeah, if you got a mech that moves 20 inches and does 3 at short range damage, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
I think the fading. I think that's Topa's laser light is what he's fiddling with there.
So let's see. Skill 3.
Yep.
So that's 4 damage.
very, very cool little dials you got for your cards. That was kind of neat to see.
Yeah.
I've never seen those before.
Yeah, I found them on Etsy just one time when I was searching for stuff for BattleTech, and they popped up, and the guy had 10 left, so I bought all 10, and so I've got enough to do 2 stars or a couple of lances. So.
Oh, perfect. That's awesome.
I want to get enough to be able to do at least 2 level 2s or level 3s. So that way, if I decide to play Comstar, or if I decide to play Clan or Inner Sphere, I got enough to do both sides. So.
Looks like Gold is Topa gonna ask Gold about some infantry options for Rampage. I don't know what that's all about.
If I had infantry with me, when I probably would have taken it. So.
Oh yeah. That's one of those probably must-haves for Rampage. But I have seen it played the other way. In fact, our Florida last round, Tom took 4 mechs, and he was just like, I'm gonna let him come to me, and if I destroy some stuff, then I can go on the offensive. So it's not exactly you have to have infantry.
Right. And that's my plan, was to try to get the 2 fast movers, the Jackalope and the Nyx, around to see if maybe I could do some damage, but he was patient enough to destroy both of them. So.
Well, I think it was a great game. Did you place the rock on your side of the bunker?
I did.
Because that was a great placement. I thought for a minute there you were going to deny Goolsby the chance to take that last bunker just because of that rock.
Right. And that was my intent. So.
Well, I thought that was a great placement. Definitely warding off like half the board on the opposite diagonal side.
Yep.
Because that's usually where you can pick up some really cheap points on bunkers, is shooting diagonally across the board.
Yep. And that was my intent also to come back, but then he placed the hills in front of his bunkers, so that nixed my plans to try to flank around. So
Running smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, usually 4 rounds.
So
always
it went both ways.
6
so.
or 7 o'clock by now. Starting at 10.
I thought it was a great game. Hope you had fun.
Great.
Looks like everyone there's having a great time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I had a good time.
I'll let you pass the headphones over to Goolsby.
Okay.
I'll ask.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Topa.
Gotcha. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Goolsby,
Hey, what's happening?
Coach here.
Hey, Coach.
How goes it?
Golden, sir, golden.
Looks like you're kind of calling back to the old go-go days with the Cygnus and the Pariah and some of the old oldie goldies kind of a thing.
Yeah, the Cygnus was the original Kroll Sisters Go-Go star that I had. He did quite a bit of pain that first game. That's pivotal moment in my BattleTech history.
It looks like he took a lot of pain this turn too, but it looks like he survived long enough to do what he was supposed to do, and then the game was pretty much well in your hands. It looks like by the time he went down.
Pretty much. Yep. That guy's got miles and miles of armor and structure. He's quite durable even with his slow speed. But that 8 inches on an assault is a little bit more than you think they're going to get. So it makes him a little bit more versatile.
A couple of new things. I don't remember you having a Balak in your list at Go-Go. Are you kind of looking into
You talking
Balak? Or?
You talking about number 2 or number 1, the original?
I don't know. You had a Balak strike VTOL?
I've run a Balak before. It wasn't at Kroll Sisters Go-Go 1 or 2. The only one that was a repeat was from Kroll Sisters number 1, and that's the Cygnus.
Okay. Your SRM6 carrier here.
Yeah.
Are you? Was your game plan for that specifically kind of play goalie?
A little bit. Yep.
Keep it in the background in case as a defender.
Yep. Well, you saw those firing lanes that I set up with the terrain setup. I had a very narrow arc directly towards the center bunker.
Yeah.
And then, I kind of puppy guarded both the other ones so that you would have to be either really close to the doors in order to shoot into them, or right in front of, my Pariah A, which is 10 at short range, 10 damage at short range.
I do like the fact he showed everyone at home that baby does 10 points of damage at short range.
Yeah, you guys saw that? Excellent. Yeah, 10 at short range. So that's a bit of a one-trick pony, and this is the first time I've run the Pariah A in any tournament or any games at all. For 44 points at 10 damage short range, I thought that I might be able to catch some people with their pants down with that guy, and that has shown to be true a couple of times.
I'll even admit it. I rarely look at somebody's short range damage.
Right. It usually doesn't matter.
What are you doing at medium?
Yeah. My thought is, well, a lot of people really don't look at each other's lists. They just kind of assume, it does this or that. Mm-hmm. But when I start throwing 4 at medium range, it doesn't really seem like a very scary mech, and then you get close and find out it's 10 at short, and that's a very unpleasant surprise.
Yeah. I will definitely agree with Gold on the chat. It was a great terrain placement. I complimented Topa on his rock placement right in front of his bunker that kind of denied you.
That one
I thought you
limited me a bit.
I thought you were going to be denied that last shot at that bunker because of that rock.
Well, it helps. Help to have high mobility. Well, high enough mobility, I suppose. I was pleased with the Kobold 2 battle armor. That did exactly what I was hoping it would do. That sucker is at best +5 to hit, no matter what he's doing. And then it's
12V movement, TMM of 2.
Yep.
It's got stealth. It's a battle armor.
Yep.
It could do anti-mech. I mean, that baby does everything.
It's got the bells and whistles for sure. So at medium range, which is where most of the shooting happens, that's a +7 to hit. Most guys without improved skill, you're going to be shooting at 11s to hit that guy. Most likely, you could just kind of plan on not hitting. But for some reason, I've got anxiety. I got anxiety whenever it's like a 12 to hit. I got anxiety. I know they're going to get that 12. I just know they're going to get it.
Getting close.
Well, the good thing is it's got 1 armor, 2 structure, so.
Yeah, you have to hit it a couple times to take them down.
You got to hit it a couple of times.
Yeah, I almost brought 2 of those guys, but it didn't quite make the cut.
I mean, and they're not too pricey. I mean, 18 points. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it ain't too bad considering what that guy can do.
Yeah.
I only brought them for Rampage. This has always been my hardest level. Windless building. It's always been Rampage has been my hardest.
Well, I think it does have the biggest wide open area of units you can take. Rampage, I mean, you can go, King of the Hill style and just go kill everything, or you can bring a ton of stuff, or there's a big ceiling and floor for Rampage list making. So.
Oh yeah, which probably is why it's harder for me because I got too many options.
Well, congrats on the win. It was a fun game to watch. You guys did a great job. Hope you guys have fun. I'm super missing not being there. I'm digging the shirt,
punk.
By the way.
Yeah, so, it says Goolsby. And it doesn't have the right slogan on the back, but it does says premium country sausage on the back.
Well, I think that's all the questions we got, guys. Thanks for the game.
Sweet.
Good luck in round 4 to both of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I just need one win. Keep moving forward. That was my one.
Well, I think that as soon as Matt gets back here, I think he's going to try to. Looks like end of game for everything. People are finishing up their games, or should be finishing up their games. Hopefully, Matt's got all the tallies and the scores coming in. Again, want to thank both our sponsors today. Round 3 sponsored by Aries Games and Miniatures, and also another sponsor is Fortress Miniatures and Games. So thank you a lot to those two guys. I don't know if anyone's taken a picture of the prize table, but maybe we'll try to get somebody there to take a picture of that. But I think again, Wolfnet has swagged the heck out of everyone. So excuse me. wait till
What's that?
Matt gets the old headphones on. While he's not here, I do want to add a very huge thanks to
1, 2, 3,
Matt,
4, 5
who
so far.
took over all of my streaming responsibilities, and he is knocking it out of the park. He's doing a great job. So
So the latest and greatest, Scott and Gideon had results of Scott taking a win with 1 objective, 116 points destroyed, and Gideon with 0 objectives, but did 147 points of damage. And Ben and Ray, Ben walked away with the win with 4 objectives, 138 damage, and Ray was 0 and 70 points of damage. So just about finished up, I think.
So Matt, what does the leaderboard look like?
We still got to input these.
Okay.
But we'll put that up as we go. I'll start.
I was just praising you for the excellent job you're doing in my absence. I've been watching pretty much all 3 games so far, and everything's been awesome. So
We had a little hiccup.
Kudos to you.
We had a little hiccup on this last stream where the bandwidth died down a little bit, but it was only for 5 seconds or so.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't know if it was on our. I know it went a little fuzzy, but the stream never stopped.
We
what
have.
I did was
We have had
I
several.
just refreshed. I just refreshed my YouTube page, and it came back clear. So
That doesn't affect the stream at all.
it did a little bit, but maybe if you see that happening, maybe just tell some people just refresh their YouTube page. But other than that, everything looked great. I'm really glad. It's really freaking jealous right now that you guys are having all that fun. I can tell you that.
There's quite a few people missing from the community that wanted to come play this weekend, and stuff happens, and it's still okay. And there's always going to be another event here in a couple months, so
Yeah.
there's always another opportunity.
If you missed out, don't worry about it. There's more to come.
Yeah, totally.
What do the scores look like? A lot of 4-0s or any tight ones?
Yeah, there's some 4-0s, 4-1s. Gideon just had that 1-0 with Scott. And yeah, overall standings are looking pretty decent. 12s, 10s overall for three games played.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, the 12s and 10s. I mean, there's always going to be 1 or 2 people that have the perfect objective scores going in, and then there's the 11s and 10s that are just nipping at the heels. So.
Right on. So we'll probably shut this stream down, and we'll get ready after break, and we'll come back with our fourth round.
Sounds good. I will try to be here for the beginning of the next round. Not sure. Told my kids I'd take them to a movie, so we'll see if that happens.
Right on. Sounds like a good reward.
But if you're going 5 rounds, then I should definitely be able to make maybe make the late round too. So.
That sounds good.
All right. Well, you're doing a great job. Thanks everybody for watching. Be sure to tune in for round 4.
And we'll go ahead and get ready to shut down this stream, and we'll start the next one in another 15-20 minutes. So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.